A clearer portrait is emerging of Brian Thompson, a 20-year veteran of UnitedHealthcare, a high school and college valedictorian. He was also married and had 2 children, but had separated from his wife and they lived in different homes. CNN's Whitney Wild is live in Minnetonka, Minnesota, where UnitedHealthcare is headquartered. Whitney, what are you learning about who Brian Thompson was and what he meant to that community?
Well, Laura, what is very clear in talking with people who knew him, they affectionately called him BT, is that he leaves behind a legacy of compassion and of leadership. He was a good colleague, a good friend, a good parent. What we learned in speaking with people who knew him in his past and in his present was that he took a lot of time to think about other people. For example, he spent quite a bit of time working with the Special Olympics. Here are a couple of the people who knew him way back when his roots ran through Jewell, Iowa, and today working with him at the Special Olympics.
If you'd look at his class of '93 classmates, they would all tell you that they knew he was going to strive to be something big.
You have somebody who was incredibly smart. He was very good at the work he did. He was had this attention and he would get into the details. He also had this great energy.
Laura, he was so young to have a job that prestigious. He was just 50 years old, again, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, working his way up through the ranks here, finally achieving that title in 2021, Laura.
I mean, you can't overstate the magnitude of a company like that in my home state of Minnesota. I mean, it is so far-reaching, and to think that this is the CEO and a father, a beloved family member. What are you learning about his family and, God, how this murder is impacting them? I understand the Thompsons' homes were actually targeted with a fake bomb last night.
Right, as if this family hasn't been through enough, right? They had these bomb threats that were called in at Brian Thompson's home as well as at Paulette Thompson's home. They are close together. They're probably about a mile apart. But the Maple Grove Police Department, that's the police department that covers that area, said plainly those were swatting incidents. It was a hoax. But this tragedy has, it just left them completely shattered, Laura. They have declined much media interviews, but they did issue a statement saying that they are completely shattered, saying that Brian leaves behind, again, a legacy of compassion, of love, of generosity. They called him incredibly talented and a wonderful father, Laura.
Whitney Wild, we can't lose sight of the fact that a human being lost their life as we look to see who this person is who took it. Thank you so much for your reporting. Look, Brian Thompson's widow told NBC News that there had been some threats against him, but as you saw in the surveillance video, he left that hotel alone, was walking alone. There were no bodyguards present that we can see, no protection, it seems. My next guest once provided Thompson with security in the 2000s as he actually was rising through the ranks at UnitedHealthcare. Philip Klein is the CEO of Klein Investigations, and he joins me now. Philip, thank you for joining. When you heard about Brian Thompson walking early in the morning, alone, no security, was that